I actually put a link to comic in my signature, and it said XKCD.com, a webcomic of romance, sarcasm, math, and language. And what I found is I realized that I had been sort of frustrated with the comment system and its flaws, but then I realized that when I wanted to get a comment at the top, I could take advantage of these flaws. One of them being that so many people sort, and this is a problem with many current systems, including, I don't think Alexis is here yet, including Reddit, Alexis' site. I've been arguing with them to try to get a better system implemented that does better statistical analysis of the voting, to put comments at the top if they're getting a better rate of upvote, even if they haven't been there all that long. So Slashdot has that weakness, like many sites, that the things that get in there first get voted up. And then something that's voted up gets seen by more people and has more chances to get voted up. What I discovered is this means if you get a comment in the first, 2 or 3 minutes that the story is up, and that comment has anything even vaguely like that even a few people are going to mod up, it will get modded up to the top. So I just tried this for a couple of days, sitting there, and when the new, just having it auto-refreshing in the corner of my monitor, and when I saw a new story pop up, I would just go over, skim the article, or skim the summary there, even maybe click on the article and skim the article, and then I know I'm and see, I feel like this was not bad faith use, because I was doing more than most Slashdot readers. And then I would just try to come up with something I could post in like how it would be like a stopwatch, like in 60 seconds. What's something that I could post that's pithy and cool about this? And I found that it was easier to make a smartass remark than a decent contribution. So most of the time it's the smartass remarks. But or I just post like, oh, I saw something similar like this. Doesn't this relates to an important other story which sort of counters it? Post a link to that. Do something. So I was actually contributing, and people would vote them up. And each time one got voted at the top, I would get about 50 visitors. And then I could change something on the site, go back and post a new comment, get another 50 visitors, see if they liked it, And so I did this for a little bit early on in the comic, and that's how I got my initial set of visitors. What I did find was that, so for a while it said XKCD, a comic of romance, sarcasm, math, and language. But at the same time, I had also registered this other domain, which was nniling.us. The Scrabble players in the audience might get what word I was going for here, so I could then have the subdomain cu.nniling.us. And I had that as and I just set it up as an alias website. I'm pretty sure it still is. You can get the XKCD through that, and everything's the same except the title on the page might be different. And so I changed in the SIG from xkcd.com to cu.nniling.us, and then changed the tagline to a webcomic of romance, sarcasm, math, language, and hot girl-on-girl action. And then every time I posted a comment, instead of 50 clicks, I got 100. And I did that for a little while until, just for a couple of weeks, and got up, and then there were a few hundred people visiting regularly. And from then on, I didn't do anything else to try to promote XKCD. I didn't buy ads anywhere. I didn't ask anyone to link. I just tried to make the comics as easy as possible for people to link to each other, because that is like a 1% increase in, I don't know, just made up numbers, but like a 1% increase in how likely people are to send on a comic to a friend, or how frequently someone does that, is worth, that growth rate gets you more than an ad that gets 1,000 people to look at your site that costs you, $50 or $100 or something. So it's way, way more important for marketing for this sort of thing to just make it easy for people to share and encourage them to do so than anything else, really. Do we have any other questions about any? Oh, the cats. They said that the cats would probably come and invest.